Hello everyone, my name is Albert Guerrier and welcome to another installment of Slammin Synapses. If you're viewing me through YouTube, you see a subscribe button up here. Click on that, keep up to date with the latest ongoings here. And then if you want to drop a comment, you'll see a box below. If you're viewing me through a phone or other ways, there's ways of doing that there too, so take advantage of it. This segment is going to be submitted for possible inclusion to the PWInsider family of websites. That's PWInsider.com, PWInsiderElite.com, and PWInsiderExtra, no E. .com. You can also check out them on Facebook at PWInsider and on Twitter at PWInsider.com. Elite site is a great paid site. Lots of great audio, lots of great video. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. What are we going to go into today? Oh, yeah. First off, a question was asked to me a bit ago. I think I may have answered this on a previous segment, but if I didn't, here it goes. Someone asked me, I do these segments, and they get aired on PWInsider or the extra section. Do I get paid for it? Well, money-wise, no. But in terms of getting paid, I get paid with the knowledge that there's a site out there that wants to put my work up, that wants to show it, that wants to showcase it. When I do these segments, what I say at the beginning, it could be put on the site, or it couldn't be. It's up to them. I can't complain one way or the other because they've helped me out so much so far. But I do it. I submit it. If they like it, they put it on. If not, they tell me why. And then so far, I've only had like one segment not go on, and that was due to time issues. Because at that particular time, the site, everyone was kind of busy. I think it was like a holiday or something. But other than that, they've been pretty faithful. They've been pretty loyal, and well, they've been pretty generous in providing me a spot to air this. So yeah, they pay me, not in money, but with the attention on their site, and I thank them very much for that. So that's why I submit my segments to them, because I think the site is a great site, very well informed, very well read, and it's like if you want to get educated, that's the site to go to. There all these other news sites that copy and paste, but they're the real deal, so check them out. So we're just going to jump right into this segment here. ABC, NFL, MLB, NHL, NRA. All these are pretty common and popular acronyms for the football league, ABC, the TV station, Major League Baseball, but there's another series of 3 letters, ECW. Now, ECW Arena, as we know it, is closing, and I can't sit here and wax nostalgic about all the wonderful times that I had at the ECW Arena because I wasn't there. I wish I was there because I would have definitely loved the environment. Same as I wished I was in Texas for World Class going to the sports show I am. But like I said, I can't say that I was ever there. But what I can say is I can remember the memories of the matches and the stuff that happened at that arena. ECW died a long time ago, but his memory definitely lived on. Remember people like Sandman, Sabu, the franchise, Shane Douglas, Bam Bam Bigelow, Rick Rude, Tommy Dreamer. Jeez. Start mentioning names, and the problem with that is you're trying to dig for all kinds of names because you want to give everyone justice, but you know you can't. So if I haven't mentioned your name, I'm definitely sorry for that. It's not the fact that I am discounting your talent. It's just there's way too many, and we only have so much time for this segment. But ECW did a lot, so much to the point that to this day people still keep chanting the ECW name. I mean, you don't hear people go WCCW or NWO or AWA. No, to this date, people still talk about ECW. They still chant the initials. Why? Because to me, ECW was the wrestling fans' wrestling federation. They didn't treat you like you were stupid. And sometimes some of the inside stuff, they didn't kind of like beat you over the head with it. If you happen to know about it, fine. If you didn't happen to know about it, there was always ways of researching it. But if they did go inside, you kind of had a feeling, because if you were watching ECW, you weren't watching it because you were a fan of WWE or NWA. You were watching it because you loved wrestling, because you followed it, because you knew the ins and outs of it. So they really didn't have to explain much. I mean, if you were new to the Federation, then you might not have gotten some of the things that they said. But for the most part, they treated you like you knew what you were doing, like you were a fan of the sport. With the way that the show was broadcast, I mean, like, say the gangsters were coming in. It's like they didn't do camera angles, they didn't give it away, they just hit the music. And when that music hit, you knew something was going on. I mean, if you were to watch ECW on the Classics on Demand segment, the change of the music definitely changes the tone of the show. Because there were some times where, like I said, if that music hit, you knew something was going to go down. You know there was going to be a fight that was going to happen. Or if you were the FBI, they do some comedy. Or if it was the Dudleys, they do something with Dances with Dudleys and Chubby Dudley and all that. But for the most part, when that music hit, you knew something serious was about to happen. If you watch some WWE shows, I mean, sometimes they telegraph it in terms of how they film, like, different segments, that you knew that, okay, something's about to happen. Like, no, in ECW, there was a wrestling match going on. They would just stick with that. There wouldn't be any giveaway until the music hit. Gangsters, Eliminators, Shane Douglas, Sabu, when their music hit, like I said, I'm not discounting those names that I'm not mentioning, because I'd be here forever, like I said. But when the music hit, that was it. They treated you like you were intelligent. They gave you storylines to get you interested in. Nowadays, if you look at someone like Spike Dudley or Mikey Whipwreck or people of that nature, the smaller guys, I mean, if it was like WWE or something, you would look at it and go, okay, this is a joke. We're going to just change the channel here or go to something else. But no, Paul Heyman was a master, and this has been said by many people, he was a master of highlighting the strengths and hiding the weaknesses. So you could see Spike Dudley or Mikey Whipwreck take on like a Mike Awesome or Sid Vicious and say to yourself, yeah, this is going to be a hard-fought match. It's not big guy, little guy, and it may be big guy, little guy, but little guy usually wind up kicking the out of the big guy, and usually wind up winning. So it's like it was unpredictable, which you would come to expect from other federations. ECW kind of blew that up, tore it up, mutilated it, shredded it, destroyed it, dumped it in acid, destroyed it again, and set it out to pasture. Yeah, ECW is that type of federation where fans, like I said, to this date still chant out the initials, even though it's been long gone for so long. Because it's instilled in people an expectation. That bar has been raised so high that to this date it's hard for other federations to top it. I mean, there have been federations that have tried, but they haven't come close because they don't. It's like they pretty much treat their fans as if they're kind of stupid for the most part. They expect them to have a short attention span, like TNA, for instance. They expect you not to know that much about things, because that's how they gear their stories. ECW, when it was time to be funny, it was funny. Like with the FBI, JT Smith, the black Italian. That was the joke there. He wasn't Italian, but he was a full-blooded Italian. But when it came time to be funny, it became funny. But when it was serious, and they knew how to blend the two just perfectly. But nowadays, it's like federations don't really think of you as smart. I mean, they try to do some inside stuff, but your intelligence gets insulted for the most part. I mean, sometimes I watch some shows and I feel that, why am I watching this? I mean, back in the day, if wrestling was on, I'd watch it, or I'd tape it and make sure to watch it. Nowadays, if WWE is on, or TNA is on, or some wrestling program's on, and I DVR it, for instance, it's like I'll watch when I get to it. I mean, there's really no urge for me to really get to it. Unless there's something that I'm hearing about on Raw that I may want to comment on, then I'll probably fast forward through. But for the most part, wrestling just hasn't done it for me in a sense that, oh, I have to watch it. So, because that's how you treat it. Like I said, ECW was never like that. ECW Arena, no longer with us. The building may still be there, and it may be built into something else, but the matches that it had, the talent that got over, the personalities that it passed through, really did a lot and contributed a lot to the Federation, to ECW. WWF version of ECW, not even close. The ECW original, it did a lot for the sport. I'm not sure if you've checked out the PWInsider site, but there is going to be I don't know what the name of it is, but it's going to be like an extreme reunion of sort to start up a federation again using some of the old ECW names plus some new talent. Shane Douglas is heading it up. There's an interview on the PWInsider Elite site with him where he talks a bit about it, talks about his focus on it and his vision of it. So go check it out. Like I said, there's a lot that you can learn from that interview. Mike Johnson does a wonderful job when it comes to interviews, so that when you walk away from it, you get a sense of, okay, this is what we're learning about the wrestling. And he'll go find people that you probably haven't heard from in a while, but for the most part, the interviews are done very well to where you learn a lot. And basically he doesn't just like let things go. If you say something that he can pick up on, he'll pick up on it. It's not going to be the scripted interview where it's like you go one question, then another question. You know, he kicks up on that. So, like I said, I will always praise, and I will always promote PWInsider. That's pretty much, like I said, why I do these segments and push them. Why I do these segments and submit it, because they are by far, to me, the most elite and the best wrestling site that's out there, bar none. So check out the interview. Like I said, you'll learn a lot. You won't be disappointed, and you'll hear about their card coming up in April in Pittsburgh. More information, check out PWInsider's site. If you do have an event, if you're watching me and you do work for a wrestling federation and you want your show pushed, by all means give me the information. I'd be more than happy to push them on my show here, on these segments here. All I ask is for some attention thrown my way in return, by way of either like putting my YouTube segment up or guiding people towards where to find me. Little give and take, but even if you don't, I'm more than happy to promote your segments, promote your events, I should say. So by all means, you'll see an address come up shortly where you can send me that information. What else? I do want to thank you guys for watching me. Do want to thank you guys for giving me your attention. If you do want to drop me a comment, you can do so. You can email me at agurria@yahoo.com. Like I said, you see a graphic up here shortly. You can find me at Facebook at my name, Albert Gurrier. I also have a Facebook page on there, Slammin Synapses, no G. You could also follow me on Twitter at Slammin Synapses as well. There's so many ways you could find me. It's not even funny. If you view me through YouTube, you see my channel up there. You can check my archives for previous ones. So far, my most viewed segment is Barry Windham Joins the Horsemen. Went into some storyline stuff there. I'm all about storyline. If you haven't figured that out by now, I'm all about little things that can be done. If you check a segment that I did towards the origin of my thing, and I revisit it later. It's called Passing the Pencil. You'll get an insight on my head when it comes to that. But like I said, check that out. So, but yeah, I definitely enjoy doing this for you. Definitely enjoy you coming to see me. Like I said, if you do enjoy what you see, share me, embed me, put me on your site, put me on your page, whatever you want to do. Just push people my way, and I will push people your way in return. Give and take situation, you know. So what else? Coming up next week, like I said, I may do this once a month, may do it twice a month, depending on mood. But next week, gonna put another person in my Hall of Fame, so check that out. As for what else I'm gonna be discussing next week, I'm not sure as of yet, but check out my Facebook page. If I do come up with a topic, I would definitely keep you informed. I do still plan on doing an open letter to Bonnie Hammer for those of you that are following me on my Facebook page. So that's it. I can't think of anything else. Still kind of reaching now, but for Albert Guerrier, this is Slammin Synapses. Saying so long from ringside. Good night. Love you. Bye, everybody.